Alright guys, there is a quiet revolution happening in historical wargaming, and its name is Strategos. If you're someone who's been craving deep battlefield tactics, realistic unit behavior, and AI that doesn't just walk at you in a line, this game might be exactly what you've been looking for. And now, after months of development and a newly announced publishing partner with MicroProse, the latest update brings a massive wave of refinement and innovation to what's quickly becoming one of the most promising tactical titles in this genre. So in this video, we're going to dive into everything that's new to Strategos, why it may be compared, I think rightly so, to Total War battling. Of course, this isn't the Total War campaign that a lot of people are waiting for from a competitor, but from the battle side of things, I think there's a lot here to be excited about. Now that being said, of course, one of the biggest steps forward in this update is the very first implementation of a wargaming style campaign layer, a lightweight strategic wrapper around the core tactical battles. Right now it's early days, but already you can elect where to march, besiege settlements, conduct limited fleet actions, and even engage in dice-based decisions reminiscent of tabletop routes. Think of it like a living, breathing battlefield map where you plan your moves across a theater of war. You'll recruit locals, generate armies and generals, engage in very simple diplomacy, and maneuver within specific war zones before battles are even fought. And just to be clear, of course, this isn't a full-blown Total War style campaign. It's better described as just a strategic context to lend meaning and narrative to your engagements. And for a game so focused on battlefield detail and realism, it's the perfect bridge right now between immersion and replayability. And here's the most important thing about this. For people who really enjoy battles in Total War more than anything else, this is great because this system, this campaign is so lightweight, it doesn't come at the cost of battlefield depth. It adds stakes, not distraction. Every siege, every maneuver, every deployment matters more because it's part of a larger operational dance. It's almost like a tabletop general's map brought to life. And with this groundwork now laid, there's potential to expand into even more campaign theaters, persistent forces, supply mechanics. Even now, it adds something essential, narrative tension. It turns isolated encounters into chapters of a larger story, where the terrain timing, troop composition, or every move you make is colored by the decisions you made in previous turns. Did you lose your elite cavalry in that ambush? That will matter. Did your general win a decisive engagement and gain experience? That counts too, but the future has a lot more in store, I think, in this. This is just the basic foundation of what's being laid down, I think, for more future, dynamic, interesting, deep campaign gameplay. Well, let's talk about the bread and butter of this game, the battles. That's where Strategos has always shown brightest. And this update doesn't just tweak things, it fundamentally changes how various systems work. Starting with the AI, it now uses reserves more effectively, moving to support breaking morale and plugging gaps in the line. It better identifies and engages flanks, using light horse to outmaneuver and harass. Skirmishers behave like actual skirmishers, forming proper lines, evading properly, and coordinating with main line advances. It remembers units it has seen before, so it doesn't get tricked by smoke and mirror tactics. Parthian-style armies now use horse archers more intelligently. You can actually see that, softening you up before charging in with lancers. And according to the latest devlog, there's now something called K-means cluster analysis under the hood, which in layman's terms means it can better respond to weird or unorthodox player formations by forming smarter, more flexible battle lines. This isn't just smarter AI, it's situationally aware AI, and it means that no two battles feel the same. It will defend ridge lines, bait you into overextension, and occasionally surprise you with bold, even reckless tactics. It learns fast, reacts faster, and won't fall for the same trick twice. Combat mechanics are tighter, units don't overlap or shift as awkwardly, and pursuit logic has been cleaned up dramatically. No more watching cavalry overshoot and wheel around 3 times before finishing a charge. There are also some new visual features which I quite like: redesigned unit cards, routing indicators, banners with more personality, and and readability, a free-look cinematic camera mode for those of you who like to soak in the scale, updated terrain with new maps like Elipa, Raffia, Mountain Forest, Grassy Flatland, adding more variety and historical flavor, unit leader models, more cultural visual diversity, and even early work on elephant reworks make each faction feel even richer. There's also new sound, new movement, new charge and projectile impact sounds, better ambient noise, audio mixing, and new music volume controls. Ranged units now sound distinct. Arrows hiss, slings crack, and melee impacts feel weighty. Altogether, it's a battlefield that doesn't just play well, it feels and sounds real too. From your courier sending an order to a flank, to watching a line of slingers peel back before a javelineer charge, the immersion here is top tier. And of course, there are still bugs and issues. This is a game still in development, but hundreds more have been quashed. Movement overlaps, banner issues, unit evasion logic, tooltips, UI responsiveness have all been improved. This is by far the smoothest version of Strategos to date. In short, the game's battlefield experience is no longer just functional, it's becoming beautiful, brutal, believable, realistic, and very challenging. So with the campaign layer now a bit more functional, the next steps I believe are very likely to be more fleshed out operational campaigns with persistent generals, supply decisions, deeper diplomatic interactions, further unit visual overhauls of course, including the war elephants we know they're working on, regional leaders, expansion of campaign maps beyond just Sicily, potentially into Greece, Asia Minor, the Eastern Front, greater modding support hopefully as well, you know I love mods, and UI customization options for advanced players. And with MicroProse now backing the team, the devs have even more access to resources, publishing support that should help push the project even further. It's also likely we'll see continued refinement of the AI, including how it uses formations, timing, feints, elements that are already being hinted at in this update, and of course, ongoing community feedback is shaping the roadmap as well. This is a dev team that listens, and you can feel that in the granular detail of each patch. Overall, Strategos makes you feel like you're commanding real people, and that comes across in every mechanic. Reserves matter, terrain matters, timing a skirmisher retreat to bait a charge actually matters, and the AI is good enough that even when I win, it feels really tough and earned. Pair that with the beginnings of a campaign layer and the stability of a game that feels professionally handled, and you've got something rare, you know, a kind of Total War competitor, I think, from the battle perspective, that could really make a dent into how people play and where they play historical strategy. A historical tactics game that actually respects history and the player. I think we're only scratching the surface of what Strategos can become, but even now it deserves way more attention than it's currently getting. And that's it for today, guys. It's been a while since I've covered Strategos. These latest updates, improvements are really making a difference in how the game plays. Thankfully, I've been given access by the devs to continue covering the game, all these updates, everything they're doing to improve it. I've really enjoyed it. And if you like what you see here, I would seriously consider keeping an eye on it and getting it when the next demo releases. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, give it a like, drop any thoughts or questions, of course, in the comments section below, and let me know what you think about Strategos. Subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.